Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name's Cinderellimouse and today I am here with some Lovestruck singles for you to download and date with your own Sims. Thank you to the EA Creator Network for giving me this opportunity to create some single Sims for you guys, and yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so I got so carried away making single Sims to put on the gallery for you guys. Unfortunately, not all the Sims that I've made are going to be showing up in Cupid's Corner for you from the gallery. So I want to talk a little bit about how this is going to work. So the Sims have said to the community, upload your single Sims using the hashtag Lovestruck singles and they might show up in Cupid's Corner. Now, if you don't want gallery Sims showing up in Cupid's Corner in your game, for example, I actually prefer, because I'm a rotational player, I actually really like all the Sims in the world to date each other. So maybe you're like me, you don't really want gallery Sims being pulled in. There are options here to be able to control that. So one of them is to either enable or disable gallery Sims showing up in Cupid's Corner. So obviously that is one option for you. Another option to kind of fine tune it is to say, yes, I do want gallery Sims, but I only want gallery Sims that I personally have gone in and favorited. So you would have to check both of those. I can't check that right now because the gallery is disabled in early access builds, but just letting you know that there are controls for that there, depending on what you want to do with that. So if you're uploading Sims to gallery for other people to use, there are some conditions regarding this. So some of the families that I made, I had like, and I'll put videos up on these. I've got a family where it's, you know, two sisters and the sister's husband. I've got a video on that up already. You can go and watch that one. It's the rat's boyfriend one. And I've got another family who is a single dad with a teenager and a child. I've got another family and it's two brothers, two adult brothers. Now these Sims are not unfortunately going to count towards the Sims that will show up in Cupid's Corner for you. You can still download them and you can put them in your own game and they will show up on Cupid's Corner then. They're just not going to show up from the gallery like via that system. And the reason is there is a limit to how many Sims you can have in a household if it's going to work with the gallery Cupid's Corner kind of crossover. So you can only have one adult Sim in the household. So for example, my two brother household, that's not going to work because it's two Sims. And you can also not have more than one child. So you can actually have two Sims, but one of them has to be a child Sim. This is for like, say you had a single parent or, you know, an older sibling looking after a child. That's why that works. But yeah, two adult Sims is not gonna work for the gallery, unfortunately, and any more than two Sims also not going to work. So just letting you guys know that's kind of like the limits of that. So these Sims that you're seeing right now that I'm going to show you in this video are all going to be single household Sims. It's just going to be one Sim per household, but you can go and download them, you can date them, you can do whatever you want with them. Yeah, they're there for your dating pleasure. So bad at this. So the first Sim that I want to show you, and she's actually the first single Sim that I made, is Carla Cotwell. I love her. I'm so excited because she's kind of got like Carlac energy. If you know Carlac from Baldur's Gate 3, she's really fun. She's loves life. She's really vibrant. She's basically kind of like a big kid. And I kind of wanted to make a Sim with a similar personality. So Carla Cotwell is what I ended up with. So she's a romantic explorer. She wants to explore all that romance has to offer. She really is looking for love. But she is looking to date women. She's a lesbian. She's not looking to date men at all. My idea for her is that she's kind of one of the bros. She's one of the boys, right? She does identify as she, her, but she always hangs around with guys. She's really friendly with guys. She likes watching sports. She likes playing sports. And she just like, she likes playing video games and things like this. So she's kind of like, she identifies as female, but she's kind of a tomboy kind of thing. So yeah, she doesn't see the boys as like sexy. She's like, oh, they're my mates. Because she hangs around with the boys a lot, she's kind of like, ladies, I don't know. That's kind of the concept that I've got going on in my head for her. Let me know what you think of that. And yeah, so she's cheerful, she is bro, and she is active. Other traits that I definitely recommend for her would be childish. I could see her as being like this big kid, and things like that, maybe like adventuring and things like that. So let's go to her likes and dislikes. So she likes fitness, handiness, doesn't like programming. I've got the idea that she can't sit still, like she has a lot of energy. So to sit down at a computer and think about code and program is like, she hated that in school. She wants to be out on the sports field, kind of like running around and things like that. So yeah, definitely recommend things like the athlete career for her. Definitely recommend things like mountain climbing, anything where she's like adventuring and being active is something that I see her as enjoying. I think I did have a liking video gaming, but maybe I decided against that because I wasn't sure about like how restless she'd be. It's up to you then. She likes red, white and blue. Very patriotic of her. But I just like those colours. I think they're quite bright. I think they're quite bold, and I liked that combination for her. She doesn't really like things like classical music. She thinks it's a bit boring. She likes pop music. And some of her turn-ons and turn-offs, her totos, she likes health and sports. She likes people with a good sense of humour. She doesn't like academic sims. And she likes funny, high energy, optimistic and spirited sims. She just wants people that have a good vibration. They're a lot of fun to be around. They're funny. They see the glasses half full, rather than kind of slightly more pessimistic people who kind of bring her down. Her romantic style, and this is really important because this determines her romantic satisfaction. So if you're dating Carla Cotwell and you wanted to be happy, her name by the way is like Swole. My kid says I say it wrong. It's like Swole, Cotwell. That's her name. But yeah, so if you want to keep Carla happy, you're going to have to give her lots of affection and physical intimacy. Woohoo, she happy to have it, but it's not what's going to keep her satisfied. She really needs the cuddles, the words of affirmation, and the discussions and things like that around her relationships. Again, flirting and gift giving, fine with. She doesn't dislike it. It's just not her love language. Doesn't mind about hair colour. She does like people to wear red clothes. She's kind of like a bull, you know, like when they see red, she's like, oh. So it's like that sort of thing. That's what I was thinking. And she likes country and outdoorsy clothes. Again, she's very, very active. She's very sporty. She's not really about like the high heels and the makeup and things like that. She likes to keep it quite casual. So I figured that suits her really well. Like I could definitely see her like going hiking with her partner and things like that. So this is her design. I made her quite kind of bulky. Again, if you know anything about Baldur's Gate, go and watch my Baldur's Gate series. If you're not watching my Baldur's Gate series, what are you doing with your life? It's such a good game. Maybe you're playing Baldur's Gate, that makes sense. But yeah, so I had Carla in mind, and she's great. She has this like big frame and she's very athletic, and that's kind of what I wanted to recreate for Carla. So yeah, so she's quite muscly, she's quite bulky looking, and I think she is extremely hot. I think she's amazing. And look at her tattoos as well. She's got these like really bold tattoo designs, like the one on the neck too, but she is a bit of a big softie as well. So again, I'm sorry to keep talking about Baldur's Gate. I'm literally obsessed. I'm meant to be talking about The Sims, but in Baldur's Gate I tend to give like Carla like the teddy bear toys and things to carry, so I wanted to bring that idea in here as well, like the idea of her being like a big softie, you know, like she's intimidating, she's scary, she's loud, you know, she could probably pack a punch, but she's got a big soft heart in there. She really cares about her friends, and I really want to play with her with growing together as well, you know, because you get all those like more friendship style dynamics, like, well, family dynamics, but you get things like the character traits that I can't remember the names of anything. You get the character traits that kind of you know, the people that you vibe well with. It's not attraction, is it? What did they call it in growing together? It's like character dynamics, is that what they called it? I can't even remember, but it's kind of like you can have like the friendly dynamics and you can have the romance dynamics, and that's like two different things. But I do feel like she wants somebody who's, I think it's important to her, with her having this kind of like big, like boisterous friendship group, like she wants someone who's going to fit in with that, right? She doesn't want to have to like pick and choose between her friends and a partner. She wants like everybody to kind of like get along and like everybody go out together and everybody go on these kind of like big adventures together. So yeah, that's kind of what I imagine she'd be looking for. But yeah, big heart there. So she's got that teddy bear necklace on. She's got those really gorgeous jeans on. I love these. I'm going to use these way too much. They're the kind of jeans that I'd wear in real life as well. I really like the kind of relaxed fit, and yeah, that cute little top on her as well. Again, she wears it well. I think she's got the new trainers, the new hair, and yeah, she's got quite simple makeup on, and I tried to do her nose. Now this is hard to do in The Sims because you can't have like a wonky nose. I would love for them to add that. If you could like add wonkiness to nose, that would give so much character to my Sims. You know I love a good nose, but yeah, I studied Roman sculpture. A good nose is means character. So yeah, I tried to give her the look of like maybe she's had her nose broken. So the idea of like maybe she enjoyed boxing for a while. There are those kind of like boxing mats, boxing punch bags. There are punch bags in the game, so I imagine like she's been punching the punch bags and like been in a boxing ring, and she kind of had her nose broke because of that. More of like, I don't see her as like someone who gets into fights because she's angry or because she's annoyed, but I do see her as kind of like play fighting, kind of like wrestling with her friends, and maybe she just, you know, took one to the face there. So I did try and give her the impression of kind of like her nose got broke at some point, but I think she's really beautiful. I really like her character, and I hope you will treat her well. Let's just run through some more of her clothes. I think she has a bit of a, and I know she's not the most popular person in the world, but she reminds me a little bit of Ellen, like Ellen's style when she like has a formal wear on. Like she's awesome. I love her. This is her sportswear. She has got hairy legs, which again is such a great touch. Love that. And then her sleepwear, again, she just keeps it casual. She keeps it comfortable. She's just cool like that. I don't know. This is a party wear. Again, I've used those jeans again, but with this really cool top with the braces. I really like that. I think it looks very fun. I wish there was like a non-sparkly version though. That would have been nice. And swimwear, again, just this real kind of like tomboy shape to her. She's kind of got one of those like long body types, kind of like a rectangle body type is what I tried to do with her. Again, she's got that kind of like tomboy style. I really love her. I think she's very attractive. I'm pansexual in case you didn't know. And yeah, I think she's awesome. She could throw me over her shoulder, you know, and I would enjoy it. But yeah, this is also her winter wear. I love her. She feels very down to earth to me. She feels like she'd be an amazing friend, an attentive like lover, lots of fun to be around, all good vibes. I really like her. So if you do end up dating her in your game, if she shows up in Cupid's corner for you, I hope you treat her very well. Take her to a sports game or something. She would love that. On to my next sim. Just to say before we go on to the next sim, there's only one guy in this set of singles. Again, that is because I made so many sims and a lot of the guys I made were in households with other people. So this is the one single guy I've got. I've actually got another single guy, and he's not in this save. He's actually in my normal game. So when I get the pack into my own save and I get access to the gallery, I can update him, and I'll also do a video on him with like all the assets that the game has, and we'll kind of, maybe we'll dress him together. That might be fun. So yeah, just to say that I'm not being like very one-sided and just doing like lots and lots of girls here. I did actually make a lot of guys. They're just not in this video. Yeah, we'll move on to Jolene. Yeah, Jolene Goldsworthy. So she is Miss Steal Your Man. She is Miss Steal Your Man. She's a bit of a heartbreaker. She's not a gold digger, but she definitely wants to be kind of wined and dined, and she definitely expects people to spend money on her. Maybe she's looking for a sugar daddy. I don't know. She is ambitious. So let me just go through her thing. She's serial romantic. So she's gonna have a string of numbers on her phone, and she's gonna have a string of diamonds from each of those guys, right? She definitely has she like values her time highly. I really love her as well. Like I look like, when I thought of like doing a Jolene character, I was like, yes, that is what I'm doing. I have a theory. I don't know how you'll feel about this. I kind of have a theory that like maybe Dolly Parton had a bit of a crush on Jolene herself. I don't know. I ship Jolene and Dolly. Anyway, so she is romantic, she is ambitious, and she is self-assured. This is a woman who knows what she wants, and she is going to get it. I did actually give her the romance style of she likes gift giving and she likes woohoo. I do see her as perhaps being in like the business career or something like this, or even like a lawyer, right? I feel like she's very ambitious. Like whatever career you want to put her in is absolutely fine. But I do see her as having a little bit of hustle to her. And yeah, she's like, time is money, my friend. So she's going to be hitting people up on Cupid's corner. She's going to have a list of booty calls in her phone, and she's going to be like, who's taking me on a date tonight? Who's taking me to a nice restaurant and spending their money on me? But I do feel as well like she could have the potential of being a bit of a sugar mummy as well. Like, you know, like she also buys like her favorite boyfriends like a nice watch or something like that. So yeah, she likes gift giving and woohoo. She's not against affection or flirting or physical intimacy, but you know, she's definitely there for a quick time. is what she's there for. And then you've got things like she likes ambitious Sims, she likes hardworking Sims, she likes career-minded Sims and wealthy Sims. She doesn't like broke slackers. Again, she values herself very highly and she expects partners who match her on that level. She is looking for like high quality males. I don't like that term, high quality men and high quality females, but that is the kind of mindset that she would have. Again, I am not my Sims. I create characters, and I create characters based on the people I see on real life, the people I see on social media, you know, the characters that I'm seeing that exist in this specific time that we're living in. So just don't take anything too personally. If you see a Sim with a characteristic that you don't like, I'm not necessarily endorsing it. I'm saying, hey, this is a character who has a story who might be fun to play with, just to make that known. I'm not encouraging or discouraging any kind of behavior. We all get to choose how we want to live our own lives, and we should respect each other for that. So yeah, I haven't really given her like fashion taste. Maybe I will go ahead and give her something like polished, maybe streetwear as well. I could definitely see her dating like, you know, musicians and rappers and things like that, and like, you know, people who have that kind of, yeah, we'll go streetwear. I could imagine like, you know, the big gold necklaces and things like that. She'd be like, yes, show it off, boy. Yeah, that is what she's got going on for her. Activities, she likes mixology and romance skills, so maybe you want to get her in the new romance career that we have with this game. She dislikes fitness. I feel like maybe she does a little bit of fitness because, you know, she does care about how she looks. She's got high standards for herself, but she doesn't enjoy it. She doesn't want to do that. And then she likes red, and I feel like the sweatiness and like getting messy and feeling uncomfortable, it's like she doesn't want, that's not the look she's going for, is what I want to say for her. She likes R&B and she likes romance music. Again, she wants to, let's get it on. I feel like that's what she's listening to. So I really, really love her. I think she is really, really sexy. Like, and she's so cute as well. I haven't like shown you her face close up, have I yet? She's got this like almost like a cute little, it's not a button nose, but I've kind of got like that little cute like boop effect on her nose. I think she's really, really cute. She's kind of got like a bit of a baby face, but she hasn't got like the big baby eyes, right? She's got like these kind of like, I know what I'm doing eyes. I think she's very, very hot. And she's got that new hairstyle on as well. And I think that's a really, really nice hairstyle. I love that so much. She's really pretty. I love her. I love her style. And then let's go to formal wear. So she's got this pretty little romantic dress on, those very, very classy heels. And you know those heels are designer. You know they are Versace or Gucci or Chanel. This is athletic wear. Again, that's quite standard. It's more or less base game, but she has got those cute trainers on with it. This is her sleepwear, and I think she looks very, very, very sexy. That is going to be some expensive lingerie. That is from like a designer lingerie shop, you know. That's a gift from one of her boyfriends. And no, but do you know what? No, she bought that herself. She doesn't need her boyfriends to buy her nice underwear, but she feels appreciated when they do. This is her party wear. Again, I love that corset. I love those pants. I love those shoes. I really like the cast in this pack, and yeah, she just looks absolutely banging. I love her. Did I give her an alternate club outfit? No, I thought I did, but I didn't. I took her in a different direction. So when I first made Jolene, when I first started creating her, I did have a concept in mind because I was trying to use a lot of the different assets in the game. And so I did actually want her to have more of a, like a clubwear vibe, perhaps more of a Doja Cat vibe. But I ended up taking her in quite a different direction, like this and the hot pants. I wanted to use like kind of clubwear style on her, but she went more romantic date at a fancy restaurant, and so that's how she ended up. But yeah, I really, really love how she turned out. So bright underwear, love to see it. And sorry if you see my camera wobbling, I need to tighten the screws on my desk a little bit. It is getting a little bit wobbly. This is a winter wear. Again, it's a little bit hip hop. I really love that, you know, a little bit Beyonce. I like that a lot. And this is her hot weather, and I think she looks absolutely gorgeous. I love the kind of brighter colours on her as well. So yeah, that is, and this skirt as well with the little slits up the side is so sexy. I kind of would love that myself. I don't know if I'd have the confidence to wear it, but I really, really like it. That'd be nice if that had like little brown wooden buttons. I'd really like, I'd give that a 10 out of 10. At this point, it's like a 9.9 out of 10, just because it doesn't have wooden buttons on that one, because I think that would have been a really nice finishing touch. I am so fussy when it comes to cars. I am so hypercritical of it. I'm so sorry, Sims team. I must be such a pain in the arse. Okay, let's keep going. I really love them. I love my characters. I get so attached. Every time I make a character in the game, I get so attached to them. It's crazy. The next sim I want to talk about is Indiana Franco. So she is based on kind of like late 90s singer-songwriters. So in my head I had Annie DiFranco, who I love her music so much, and I also had kind of Alanis Morissette and people like this in my mind when I was creating her. So she is a musician and a guitar player, and she's very, very relaxed. She's very casual. She's very kind of counterculture as well. She doesn't really like, you know, she wouldn't really, she's on a different kind of like wavelength to Jolene, where Jolene is very much like, I want those designer brands, I want the you know, the labels. Indiana is like, I'm in the thrift shop, I am, you know, gifting my old clothes to others, I am, you know, repurposing things. She's got much more of a kind of reuse, relove, recycle kind of vibe to her. So if you've got things like eco lifestyle, I could definitely see Indiana fitting in really well with that kind of gameplay. So let me run through her clothes first. We've got this outfit, which again I absolutely love. Those trainers are adorable. She's got the hand tattoo as well, because I thought that would look really nice when she's like playing a guitar. She's got the new really relaxed hairstyle, love to see it. She's also got a dog tag. I feel like she wasn't in the army, but maybe she had a boyfriend who joined the army, or maybe her dad or her granddad were in the army. She wears the dog tag. I just thought that was a cool little backstory for her. What else as well? Oh, those rings as well. She's got those new cool like rings on. Again, very much attention to the hands with her. And she's also got like quite a simple kind of French nail too, just so her hands look nice when she's playing guitar. This is a formal wear. So she's got that really cute bodycon dress on, which I think suits her really well. I think it looks really nice with like the brown colouring of her hair and her eyes and kind of like the tone of her skin. And again, she's just so pretty. I love the makeup. It's like, it has that natural look where it's like got the brown smudge under the eyes. I think she's so pretty. I love her so much. Given her, again, I don't like my Sims to be 100% 100% stereotypically beautiful. Like, you know, like, I don't want my Sims to look like whatever the current idea of perfection is. So she has got an ever so slight like bump to her nose, but apart from that, she's just like, she's very stereotypically beautiful, I think. And she's got the adorable loafers on as well, because again, I like the idea of her keeping it somewhat casual and having this kind of like almost like artsy or drama student twist to her outfit. And then her athletic wear, again, I love it. I love the shape of this top. Again, I think it's one of those styles that's kind of come back around in fashion. So that is like, I probably will, when I get her in my own game with all my other items, I probably would put a different pair of shorts on her, because these kind of base game, the colours are a little bit off, but I like the shape of them. So that is definitely the look that I'm kind of going for. Oh, just to show you like as well, like she's got this shoulder tattoo where it's kind of like she wants to be, she's like, I'm like a bird, I always fly away. So definitely that vibe. And then look at the back of her hair as well. Look at this attention to detail. There's little like baby hairs coming through down the back of the neck. And this little one here, like, it's a very nicely done hairstyle. I really like the detail of that. These little bits here, which I get so many of. Like, look at this, like, yeah. But it looks so neat and pretty. I really love her. I think she has a little bit of a look of like, who's the actress out of 13 going on 30? I can't think of her name right now, but she kind of reminds me of her a little bit. Very beautiful. Let's go to her sleepwear. So again, kind of cool, but definitely could see her kind of like in the hotel room, hanging around out with the rest of the bandmates or the drama students, you know, just kind of like playing music and being chill, like sat around on the bed, like definitely that kind of look, having a pillow fight. She has her party wear. I do feel like she would have been a student. I feel like she would have gone through university. So if you want to take her to university in your game, definitely recommend that. like Eco Lifestyle Discover University. I think they definitely suit her. But yeah, again, very much this kind of like indie chick vibe. Really, really like this this green color on this kind of like mesh top. It looks very familiar to me. I really, really love the style of that. I probably will just go ahead and throw on the this again though. Like, I feel like that's kind of like the missing piece on the outfit. There you go, that's better. And then, yeah, again, I really like to go ahead and kind of take off the toggles to see what else I can do with items. So this is one of the new tops in this pack. I think it works really well for athletic and really well for swimwear, but it's not actually tagged for them. So again, just a reminder, take off the tags. You can access so many more items and kind of be creative about what you're using and how you're using it. So yeah, I think that's cool for her swimwear. Her hot weather then, again, I've used that top too much, haven't I? I have used that top too much, but I really like the color on it and I really like the style of it. So I'm sorry that I've used it multiple times, but yeah, you could definitely go ahead and kind of, especially like when I have all my packs installed, I'm going to go back through and kind of redress them all and give them more outfits with more of my content. So it just leaves you room to kind of play around. But, you know, again, an idea of like the general style that I've gone for with her. And I think it looks great with these kind of like casual pants and the trainers as well. And then finally, her cold weather outfit. Again, quite calm, quite casual, quite chill. She has like, I think, a bit of a New York vibe. I don't know why it's giving New York, like New York, Paris, darling. Yeah, like fashion models, like they fly to New York, they fly to Paris, and like they might wear something like that for traveling. But yeah, I love her. I think she's amazing. I love her story. So she is a musical genius. She wants to write music. She wants to be a musician. She's creative. She loves music. So she knows what she wants to do, and she is quite romantically reserved. So yeah, I feel like she's quite intelligent and, you know, she's quite logical. She doesn't necessarily lead with the heart. She has got a career that she wants to get into. Maybe she's had her heart broken once by a musician in the past, or maybe like one of the music producers or something, and she kind of learned her lesson from that. So right now she's prioritizing a career, and she's not completely against having a relationship, but she definitely wants to get to know people properly before she goes wearing her heart out on a sleeve. But if she does get into messy relationships, it's good for songwriting. So whatever direction you want to take that is totally up to you. Oh, I didn't talk about, sorry, just jumping back to Jolene a second. So Jolene is attracted to men and women, but she only wants to woohoo with men. So she will be romantic with the women, only wants to woohoo men, and she is not exploring. She knows what she wants. And she's not particularly jealous. She's quite happy to have open relationships, and she doesn't want to discuss that. She is very much like, she's very much looking to she's got high boundaries. So she's looking for hookups. She's not looking for like a life partner here. So she's clear about what she wants, and she doesn't want like partners getting too attached either. So jumping over to Indiana, she's currently not romantically attracted or interested in woohoo with anyone. Again, she's going to be one of the more challenging Sims to date. She is exploring romantically. So this isn't like, it's not a situation where she's like, I'm aromantic, I'm asexual, I don't want those things. She is just, this is not what I'm into right now. This is not what I'm interested in right now. I don't want to date right now. But again, the idea is that, you know, maybe she wants to be friends first. So maybe if you have used the club system and you start a band, and kind of she has a friend and they're touring together and they get to know each other, and you know, they become friends first, and then maybe it's like they're friends who woohoo or something, and then eventually it's kind of like then she might start to get that romantic attraction, and then she might start to get interested in woohoo, you know, over time as she gets to know someone. So that's kind of my storyline that I had in my head for her. But she does get jealous. She gets very, very jealous, and yeah, again, it's kind of like, it's really hard to win her heart. So once you've won her heart, like, you need to respect it, because again, I feel like she would have been hurt in the past. Let's jump over to some of her likes and dislikes. She likes Move My Name. She likes guitar, and she likes writing, because the idea is like she likes songwriting. She likes the color brown, and she likes music genres alternative, blues, and retro, because I feel like that's what she would make, and that's what inspires her. She really likes performers, and she likes slackers. Actually, she really actually likes like loser musician types, like struggling artist types. Like that's her vibe. That's who she spends time with. That's who she is. She doesn't like wealthy people. Again, I like this idea of kind of like, you know, maybe she got, you know, screwed over by a wealthy music producer once, and you know, maybe she did want that kind of like Hollywood dream once upon a time, but you know, she quickly saw that it was a big lie, that there were a lot of people out for themselves. Not that this is always the case in the music industry, but you can definitely look at, you know, you do hear these stories of celebrities like actresses, musicians, who get taken advantage of by the industry, and people get wealthy off the backs. Like Taylor Swift, brilliant example, where she didn't own her own music and other people got wealthy off her popularity. And so yeah, I feel like she's like, I just want to go, I want to date people who are kind of like down to earth, realistic, and who prioritize other things than money. Like, I feel like she's more trusting of that. And then she likes ambitionless sims and homebody sims. She doesn't like ambitious or egotistical sims. Again, I feel like she runs into a lot of kind of like, you know, promotions people with a big ego who are always trying to date her and things like that. And she's just like, nah, that's not what I'm about. So again, her romantic styles are affection, physical intimacy, and woohoo. She doesn't like gift giving. I think she feels that is very let me actually dislike gift giving. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I feel like she sees that a bit of it like trying to buy her attention or buy her affection, where she's more interested in an actual relationship, right? She's interested in, you know, knowing the person that she's spending time with. So again, she's not aromantic or asexual. She is interested in these things. These are her love language. It's just a not right now type situation for her. And again, that shows a lot of the flexible ways that you can use these systems and kind of like mix and match and turn things on and turn things off to kind of really create a very custom character who's looking for something very specific, which you know, creates these situational relationships in the game, and these situational situations that, you know, are very unique and diverse and different from each other. So I feel like I've been really creative in making a lot of different sims with different storylines and different situationships that are going on for them. But then I've looked at other creators and they've come up with different things that I didn't even think of myself. So yeah, there is a lot of flexibility with these systems, and I love that. I love that, especially with other packs like growing together and kind of the more friendly characteristics that people are interested, like the conversational topics that they're interested in. I think it's really interesting to be like, well, they want this from their friends, but this from relationships. Is that the same thing or is that a different thing? Like, is your partner your best friend, or do you and your partner, you know, is that a woohoo situation and your friends are the ones that you kind of confide in and open up with? So I think, again, for me, all these kind of features add a lot of personality to the game, and they allow me to kind of fine tune each Sims story in ways that's really exciting and innovative and unique. And that's the kind of systems that I love for the game. More personality, not just through traits. I'm actually going to jump over to Abe now, just to pop him in the middle there because he's the only guy. But Abe Cap-Pro. So Cap-Pro tells you a little bit about what's going on with him. So it's like, you know, people are like Cap, and then he's like pro gamer. So yeah, he's into gaming, this guy. He is a bit of a geek. He is into like technology, systems, that kind of thing. So he's a geek, but he is so family orientated. So he wants a big happy family. He is family orientated, and he will be so loyal. So he is looking for basically someone to settle down with, the love of his life, the mother of his children, and yeah, that's what he's got going on. Let's have a bit of a close-up of his face. He looks a bit smarmy, I think. He has a bit of a smarmy vibe, but again, I do see him as either being in like the tech career or being like a pro gamer. So with high school years, you can actually be like an online game streamer and like run a business. So yeah, I do see him as maybe doing something like that. So he's got a lot of charisma, but it's that kind of like nerdy charisma, which I really, really like him. And then, so yeah, he's probably playing things like, you know, Call of Duty or FIFA, and he's got like a massive following and he plays these like competitive games. Like, that's the kind of guy that I was thinking thinking of. So if we go to his likes and dislikes, you can see that he actually loves video gaming and programming, but he also loves cooking and fitness, right? I felt like I wanted to give him like a little bit of a health spin. So the idea of kind of like, he likes the nutritional eating, he likes he's probably not like slamming back the energy drinks, because he probably would see those as being particularly unhealthy, sorry, but he's really into kind of like the protein powder and that sort of thing. So yeah, definitely like, you know, he's playing sports games, but he's also like pumping iron off camera. So yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking for him. I do see, like, I imagine that he would be quite popular if he were to be like a gamer. He likes purple and he likes yellow, and he likes hip hop music. The things that he's kind of looking for, he wants career-minded, highly skilled people who are in media and technology. So he would probably meet a partner through work, whether he's working in making games or playing games. That's probably how he's going to meet his future partner. He's not interested in taking sims because he's family orientated. He's like, once you're in a relationship, you're in a relationship, and he's not looking to kind of break up anyone else's relationships. He's very much respecting those kind of boundaries, quite traditional in that way. He likes ambitious sims, he likes hardworking sims, he likes optimistic sims, he doesn't like ambitionless sims. So he is looking for someone with their own dreams, their own goals, their own ambitions. Like, he wants to build a household together with someone. Romantic styles, he likes affection and he likes flirting. I do see him as being someone who likes attention. So yeah, he likes to have his ego flattered, which again could explain why he's interested in kind of like building up a huge following. Not saying that everybody who has a huge following or does something like this has a huge ego, but I do feel like that's part of the motivation for him. He likes the praise, he likes to win, he likes to be the best at gaming or making games. So that's his whole vibe. Yeah, of course he would like woohoo because he's trying to make those babies, but you know, like to feel attractive and to feel wanted and to feel loved, and also to have the conversations that help you build that healthy family are important to him in the long term. I think he's great. I think he'd be a great sim to date. And he likes polished sims. He's not fussy about hair colour or outfit colour. I did consider giving him like liking coloured hair, so he likes like gamer girls, but I thought not necessarily, so I kind of left that off. Let's jump over to his preferences. So he will be jealous, but he is willing to talk about it. Again, he is the type of sim who wants to have those healthy conversations about the relationship. So if his partner came to him and said, look, I really feel like this, he would be willing to discuss it, although he is very family orientated and quite traditional. So he's not looking for someone who's he's not really looking for like an open relationship or anything like that. But again, however you want to play him is up to you. I've not set this. So he is interested in women. I have left it that he will be exploring romantically. I kind of ummed and ahed about that for a little while, but I thought it might be an interesting storyline. So yeah, I kind of left that as an option. But again, you can go in and fine tune however you want on there if you see that working out differently. So let's jump. I think he's got such a sweet face as well. He's got kind of a gentle face, you know? It's kind of like he's got a tough guy look, but then like he cracks a smile and his face just kind of like softens. I think he's really, really sweet. So yeah, going into his look, he has this really he's actually in his formal wear. Here we go. So yeah, so I really like the white and gold on him. I think that looks really cool on him. And I really like this kind of baseball shirt with the kind of like almost like ivory goldy kind of like silk like seam on it. I think he looks really, really nice in that. So yeah, definitely, you know, kind of like he likes mainstream fashion. I would say he likes the kind of popular fashions. This is another option for you. Again, I really, really love that shirt. I did say he likes purple, so there you go. Again, this is his formal wear. I think he looks so sleek in it, so sophisticated. I really love those loafers. Again, it's that same top, but I really, really liked it on him. That's his athletic wear. Over to his sleepwear. He's wearing gold, guys. He's going for gold. Yeah, left his socks on in the bedroom, but then I've got him in stages of undress, and I thought this was really, really fun to play around with. So this is like his sleepwear, but then he's like undressing, right? He takes his socks off, he takes his top off. He puts his socks back on because his feet got cold. So yeah, like the idea of like, what does he take off first and what does he leave on and what does he not leave on? I thought that was a fun thing to play around with. And then his party wear. So again, that suit jacket. Again, I think he likes to look smart, right? He likes to look professional. And again, he might be going to a lot of kind of like, kind of business / gaming events, like tech events. So I feel like that is a very I work in tech look, to have like the blazer but the trainers. It's very like I work at Google. So yeah, this is his swimwear. Again, he does love purple and hot weather there. Yeah, so he's like like he loves his favorite sports team and that kind of thing. Jumping over to the cold weather then, and this is his cold weather outfit. And again, I think white looks really nice on him, kind of the white, the beige, the gold looks very, very good on him. And it gives him that kind of like clean aesthetic as well, which again, he's trying to look like he is smart. He wants to turn up looking you know, professional and smart, and kind of like his shirt's ironed and things like that. Oh my goodness, I'm losing the ability to talk. Okay, jumping over to Hope Witherbloom. So Hope Witherbloom, this idea of kind of like love withering and blooming, right? It's kind of like she goes through these ups and downs in her relationships. Like one day love is blossoming, the next day it's withered. And she has a lot of hope. So a lot of the names I kind of like think about the personality when I'm naming my Sims. So she has got the love bug trait. Again, a big fan of this trait because it's something that I've always wanted in the game. It's more reflective of like how I played with hopeless romantics in The Sims 3 and how I remember that feature working, where it's more of a Romeo, where art thou Romeo type relationship. Like, I imagine that they love romantic movies, they love romantic books, they're very much in love with the idea of love, very Disney princessy, rather than what we've had in The Sims 4 so far, which is romantic, which to me feels a lot more about like woohoo and kind of you know, seducing people, which hasn't necessarily played the way that I wanted a romantic trait to play. So love bug as an alternative, I am extremely happy to get, because it's what I wanted from romance. And she's also clumsy, and she's also a bookworm. So again, very similar actually to, because I was debating on how I wanted to do this sim, I've ended up with two characters that are very similar. So Hope Witherbloom is very, very similar to Jenny Loveless, is it Jenny Loveless? Yeah, Jenny Loveless from my Loveless household. I've got a video up on them already. So similar character. She has that kind of I'm the main character in a romance novel energy to her. You know, she's out there, she's making mistakes so you don't have to. She's learning lessons in love to teach us all, and sharing those experiences. So I do see her as being in the romantic consultant career. I see her as like blogging about her love life online, a little bit Carrie Bradshaw, you know, that sort of thing. So yeah, she's kind of clumsy, and you know, she has those moments where, you know, she drops her bag and like, oh no, everything goes everywhere, and then the guy's there, he's like, oh, let me help you, and she's like, no, because all the tampons have rolled out and she's embarrassed, like that sort of thing. So that's how she's going to meet people, just by tripping over into their arms, pretty much. So yes, and she is looking for a soulmate. Let's talk about her love language first, because this is, I think, really important. So affection and flirting. Like, I feel like, again, being a love bug, she's very much swept off her feet by those initial that initial rush of love, that, you know, that moment when your eyes meet across the room, or, you know, you start talking to someone and you think, oh my god, wait, this person gets me, I'm really into them. You know, that initial kind of like release of love hormones is kind of like the addiction to her. So yeah, and she does want to discuss her relationship as well. She does want to have like conversations about, you know, understanding her partner better, understanding her partner's needs, making sure she expresses her needs, and all that kind of stuff, which comes more under the affection tab. So yeah, like, I like the idea of her kind of, the novelty wears off quite quickly with her. So maybe she falls in love very quickly and idolizes people, and then she gets to know them better, and it's like, maybe I maybe this person's not who I thought they were. So yeah, like the initial rush is like what she needs to keep alive. It's the spark she needs to keep alive in relationships. And then, oh, what else have we got here? So she's attracted to academic, career-minded, health and sports, highly skilled, interpersonal, wealthy, not interested in broke or taken sims. Again, a lot of the characteristics that I've gone for here: ambitious, egotistical, hardworking. It's like Mr. Big, right? She's going for, you know, what looks good on paper, you know, what she's kind of, if you think again about 13 going on 30, she realizes that what she needed all along was like her best friend who lived right next door to her, and she didn't have to go chasing like, you know, those big city dreams necessarily. So yeah, it's a similar thing where maybe those likes and dislikes might actually change over time. She might reassess what she's actually into, but at the moment she's kind of looking for almost like a storybook character of the perfect man, which I think is going to be quite interesting to play with. And then she likes comedy, romance, skill and writing. She hates fishing. I do see her as possibly vegetarian if you get the chance to give her that trait. And again, like the fish, she'd feel bad, it's all slimy, like she's clumsy, it'd be flapping around all over the place. So hey-yo. So yeah, not into that. She likes blue and pink. She dislikes grey. She likes pop music, romance music, pop music. Dislikes blues music. Again, she's quite a cheery person, so I don't think she likes things that make her feel a bit sad. So like grey, it's a little bit like, oh, and like blues music, it's a bit like, oh. So yeah, she's more into kind of like S-pop. Gonna show you how. Ain't no party like an S-pop party. Yeah, I'm sorry that happened. And then like jumping over to my last sim. So this is actually the last sim that I've made. I don't remember. Oh, actually, I didn't show you all Hope's stuff. So Hope's romantic boundaries. She has high romantic boundaries. Again, she's kind of looking for a textbook idea of what love is. So she's kind of looking for a forever person. But I do think it'd be interesting to see if any of those boundaries or needs change over time. I think she could definitely be a sim that you tell a story with. And then she is attracted to men, but she's exploring. Again, maybe her life goes in a different direction than the way she thought it was going to go. I feel like she doesn't really know what she wants. I feel like she grew up watching romance movies, watching Disney movies, reading romance novels, and so her idea of love is very textbook, where real life might, when she goes out there into the real world, like she might actually develop her own wants and needs rather than being told what to want by the media she's consumed. Maybe she's going to want something different through her experiences, which I think is a very interesting way. I would love to play with her more. I don't have time. And then I think she's really cute. She's kind of got these like sad eyes. Like, I don't know, she's got like almost like sad deer eyes or something, or sad puppy eyes. And she's got like a slightly receding chin, again, just to give her kind of a softer look, you know, like to make her look physically like she's a little bit maybe unsure of herself. She's got those like really pretty lips with the big top lip as well, which my name has decided to cover right now, excuse me. So she's very, very pretty, but I have tried to give her, through her features, a bit of a softer, almost shy or unsure of herself look. Again, not that any specific feature is necessarily related to any characteristics in real life, but that is the kind of look that I was kind of, you know, as though I was working for a movie and I had to cast someone in a certain role. You cast a certain look, so that's kind of what I've been doing with that sim. So yeah, like I really, really love this like bodysuit, this bodycon dress. I think it's really, really nice. I use it too much. And then this look as well, I think she's so cute. She's got a little bit of a swollen belly. Again, maybe I was projecting onto her. I think it's, what I was going for here was making a girl who's relatable. Again, like it's like she is the star of the movie, and romance movies, it's like the girl needs to relate to the girl on the screen. So I get a bloated tummy. I'm trying gluten-free foods right now because I keep getting this kind of like bloat. And like, again, girls have a menstrual cycle, so bloating is very, very normal. It's very common like if you're a woman. So I thought I'd give it like that little belly blow, you know, like that look. And I actually think it's very, very cute and very relatable. And so I really like that look on her. And then formal wear. So this is her. She just looks like a little Barbie doll. Like she's so cute. A little like her legs are kind of chunky as well. And then she's got like the little like ankle shoes on. It just kind of emphasizes it, and her little feet, I don't know, she's just so cute, like tottering around there. And then this is her athletic wear, very cute. Her sleepwear, again, she's like in bed, she's cozy, she's reading a romantic novel, she's probably taking herself back to bed. So she hasn't got like this, I feel like she hasn't got that kind of confidence where it's like she's gonna dress up in the kind of sexy clothes and seduce someone, right? She's more kind of, she's quite unsure when it comes to romance. She's quite naive. I think she's just really, really sweet. This is her party wear. She's so cute. Look at her tummy. And then this is her other party wear. This is where she's like trying a little, you know, a little bit more. This is like a bit like Sandra Bullock in Miss Congeniality, where, you know, she's comfortable in things like jeans and comfy clothes, and then they make her get dressed up and she feels a little bit awkward and uncomfortable. That's that moment in the romance movie where, you know, the geeky girl, they take off her glasses and dress her up for the prom. So she's like, she it's not necessarily what she's comfortable in, but like she's trained to get out into the dating world, so she wears what she thinks is going to attract men. You know, so like, I don't know, she's a little bit awkward and I really, really like her. I wanted to use this top a little bit more, so I've used it for swimwear here. Again, it's one of those tops that I think is quite situational. It's kind of like club carnival, so I was just trying to get a bit more use out of it as swimwear. This is her hot weather. I think she looks very, very cute. Again, love the shape of her, that kind of pear shape. I think she's adorable. I would pick her up and put her in my pocket and feed her sweets. Like, she's so cute. And yeah, this is her kind of outerwear look. Okay, jumping over to my last sim, Melodia Spinwell. I have two musicians, but Melodia is going to be a DJ. So if you have something like Get Together and you get the DJ booth, that's more of her vibe. Definitely inspired by that girl who's the DJ who does, I can't remember her name, but she does all the really good remixes on TikTok. I'll just kind of like pop her up on the screen for a second so you know who I mean. She does all like the mashups of popular songs. She's so good. So definitely inspired by, you know, that job, that career that she does. And yeah, she's super duper cool. Again, I was trying to create a sim who would wear more of the club wear, but then she took a bit more of an indie look, which again is probably my own personal preferences, the clothes that I think look good on her. So yeah, I was going to take her in a certain direction. It kind of changed again, but again, I really, really love her. I imagine that she's kind of like French or something. And then her look, her jaw, she's got a really strong jaw, kind of not from the side, but from the front. And what I was trying to do with this, again, I like to give people personality in the faces. I don't want to make a cookie cutter attractive sim. So I've tried to go for someone with a little bit of personality in the face, and she's ended up reminding me of Fleabag quite a little bit. It's something about her jawline reminds me of Get Off. I don't need my name mustache on her right now. So yeah, so she's got like the shape of her lips, the shape of her jaw. I try to be quite interesting with that, but again, she does look very, she could seduce me is what I'm saying. So Melodia Spinwell, she is looking for a paragon partner. So she's not looking for a one-on-one relationship, like she's out in the club scene, but she's not looking to kind of like have like you know, one night stands with people. She's looking for she's looking to have a small group of people who are going to be touring together, traveling together, working together, and in a relationship together. So she's looking for a team of lovers, basically. So she's quite open. She's pansexual. She's looking for anyone who meets her on, it's kind of like a coolness level. It's kind of like, are you in my inner circle? Are you part of the gang? Are you part of the, like, the subculture who gets it? You know, I feel like she is in a very, very niche subculture of kind of like underground DJ network. And so it's kind of like those who are in the know and those who are not in that circle. So yeah, it's more about, do you match my vibe, than what gender are you for her. She's very cool. She's too cool for me. Like, I could not. Again, she is not jealous. I did allow people to talk about this with her because, again, she's looking for a healthy relationship, and part of being in a healthy relationship with this pack is talking about your needs and listening to your partner's needs. So with this idea of her wanting to have a very, very respectful set of relationships, I did really like the idea of her being open to talking about that. I didn't want her to be the sort of person who would just shut her partner down and not listen and not be open to conversation. So that's what I was thinking there with that. Likes and dislikes. So she loves, I've put mixology, piano, romantic skill, and video gaming. Now, with piano, I was thinking more keyboard. If you have the keyboard pack, which I think it's City Living, right? That we get keyboards in. And I do see her as more of a DJ, which is get together, but again, it depends on which packs you've got. She dislikes violin with a passion. I feel like she's from quite a posh family. Again, think maybe like Fleabag, where she like was growing up and like she went to private school, she was taught violin, and she hated every second of it. So as soon as she got her kind of like adult independence, she kind of went more into the underground club scene because like that was her thing. And she's like, I never want to pick up a violin ever again. She likes the colour blue, and she likes electronica music and hip hop music, and she hates S-pop. I don't know why, she just hates S-pop with a passion. And then she loves drink making. She likes what she's attracted to in a romantic partner is drink making, media and technology, and a really good sense of humor. I think that is the most important thing. And then she is looking for actually argumentative sims. I like the idea of her appreciating things like research and debate, and people who are like going to stick up for themselves. Like, she's not looking for a pushover. That was what I was thinking with that. Like, she's looking for people with a bit of fire to them. You know, so that's kind of what I was thinking. So passionate people, maybe more than argumentative, or people who are interested in having a really good discussion and a really good debate. Again, she is into understanding different people's opinions. She's not into kind of shutting people down. So funny, high energy, idealist, and spirited, but she's not looking for the party poopers. She's not looking for pessimistic sims. And also she really likes the colour blue. She's really into blue for some reason, and she likes streetwear. She likes flirting and woohoo. Again, she's got a lot of fire to her. She wants that attraction. She wants to be with a partner in the mood. I think I'm also going to put on affection because that is talking about your relationship, so she does suit that as well. But yeah, that's what she's here for. Again, she has kind of almost a 90s vibe to her. I kind of like that. I really like this kind of like tan colour of the jeans, khaki colour perhaps you want to say. But let's keep going. So her formal wear is this. Again, it reminds me of Fleabag so much. I think she's very, very, very sexy. She's got kind of like the pearl earrings again as well. Again, she's got like this French rich girl come club girl vibe. I don't quite know, but I love it for her. Her athletic wear, cool. I probably will change that once I get her in my own game, just to have more options. I haven't used this on anyone yet, and I was quite keen to use it on someone, so I've used it on her. This kind of like cute underwear set. Again, she's into the club scene, so yeah, sure. Her party wear then, again, I was trying to use more of the club clothes. I thought this was quite a cool look. Could definitely see her DJing in something like this. This is her swimwear, deadass. Yeah, again with the chain and she likes hip hop clothes, so I thought that looked really cool on her, you know, to be inspired by that kind of club scene. And hot weather outfit there, and her outerwear. I need to go and get some coffee. I need to take a break because this has been a long video. I've probably been recording for over an hour now. I don't know how long the video is going to be after I edit it, but I'm definitely running out of steam. So yeah, not running out of enthusiasm, running out of caffeine. So yeah, it's probably time for me to wrap up the video, but I'm going to upload all these sims as individual sims to the gallery. If you want to go and grab any of them when you get the pack, you can absolutely do that. I do need to wait until I get access to the gallery because I don't currently have access to it on the CFE build. But yeah, watch out for those going up on my gallery. And yeah, if you are pulling gallery sims into Cupid's corner, maybe your sims can date them. And hopefully, and again, I do like to do my care and my duty and my community service when it comes to getting early access and things like that. I like to contribute to the community in whatever way I can. And so again, for those of you who aren't too keen on making your own sims, but you want a lot of sims to date, hopefully these sims are going to be interesting for you and give you some interesting storylines, or whether you want to play with them yourself, like absolutely go ahead. If you do encounter them in your games and you do want to share your if you do encounter them in your games and you do want to share your screenshots and your stories with me, I can't speak. Share your screenshots. If you do encounter them in your game and you want to share your screenshots and your stories with me, you can catch me on Twitter at Cinderellimouse, and just tag me, and I love to see what you're up to in your games. And if you want to show me your own Lovestruck singles, absolutely tag me whenever you feel like it. I love to see it. And yeah, that's it. Do take care, keep watching my videos because I'll have more content going up when I get the pack in my own save. I'm going to have my cross expansion compatibility videos and all that good stuff. And yeah, probably some more cast videos where I mix and match with things from other packs. I talk too much. I'm going to go. Do take care of yourselves, and I will see you again soon. Bye, Simmers.